Continuing on with our season previews, as today we're going to be looking at the Los Angeles Angels. Now if you guys are new here, this is a brand new series that I've just started. I've only done 2 previous videos to this, so we're going to be doing a lot more previews on every other team, so if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe. But anyways, with that in mind, let's get right into the video. The Angels over the past 10 years or so have built a reputation of wasting Hall of Fame talent, and that is because in Mike Trout's 12-year Hall of Fame worthy career up to this point, they have only made the postseason once. So it's been disappointment year after year, and last year was no different as they finished out the season at 73 and 89. But this offseason, they have made some intriguing moves. So far, they've picked up Tyler Anderson, Gio Urshela, Hunter Renfroe, and Brandon Drury. As for their subtractions, the only significant player they've lost from last year's roster is Michael Lorenzen. So on paper, there is some optimism here with this Los Angeles Angels roster. Now last year offensively, they weren't too great as they had a .687 team OPS, which ranked 22nd in all of baseball, and they had 190 home runs, which ranked 11th. And looking at their projected lineup this year, they could be improved. Now when looking at their lineup, we have to start with Mike Trout, who last year in only 119 games hit .281 to go along with 40 home runs. They also have Shohei Ohtani, who last year at the plate hit .271 to go along with 34 home runs and 11 stolen bases. As I just mentioned, they picked up Brandon Drury from the Padres, who last year hit .263 to go along with 28 home runs. Another pickup that I previously mentioned was Hunter Renfroe, who last year with the Brewers hit .255 to go along with 29 home runs. Taylor Ward had a career year and really surprised a lot of people, as last year he hit .281 to go along with 23 bombs. Jared Walsh had a down year as he only hit .213 with 15 home runs, but if he gets fully healthy and back to the player he was in 2021, I think he could be an all-star caliber player. Anthony Rendon only hit .229 with 5 home runs, and at this point there are lots of question marks surrounding what type of player he's going to be going forward, but he has potential to be really good, but I'm not quite sure he's going to get back to that type of play. Another pickup I previously mentioned was Gio Urshela, who last year with the Twins hit .285 to go along with 13 home runs. And a very underrated bottom of the order type of player in this lineup is Luis Rengifo, who last year hit .264 with 17 home runs. As we stand today, their starting catcher looks to be Max Stassi, but I don't think that's going to stay the same going forward. I would envision the Angels picking up a catcher before the season starts. And a couple other players I don't want to forget about here are David Fletcher and Joe Adell. If both of them are healthy and at their best, I think they could have a positive impact on this team. So as a whole, I think the Angels have a lot of potential offensively. If all these guys that I mentioned stay healthy and play up to par, I think they could be a top 10 offense. Now moving on to their pitching, it was their strong suit, as last year they had a 3.77 team ERA, which ranked 9th in all of baseball. Shohei Ohtani looks to be the clear ace of this staff, as last year in 166 innings he posted a 2.33 ERA to go along with 219 strikeouts. Tyler Anderson, a huge pickup this offseason, last year in 179 innings with the Dodgers had a 2.57 ERA. Patrick Sandoval was a very underrated but very good pitcher for LA last year, as in 149 innings he posted a 2.85 ERA to go along with 151 strikeouts. Reed Detmers is a young but a pitcher with a lot of potential in my opinion, as last year in 129 innings he posted a 3.77 ERA. And for their 5th and final spot in their starting rotation, it looks like it's going to be occupied by Jose Suarez, who last year in 109 innings had a 3.96 ERA. So when looking at this starting rotation, similar to their offense, I think it has a lot of potential if everyone stays healthy and plays up to par. Now getting onto their bullpen, last year it was sort of middle of the pack. They had a 3.95 bullpen ERA, which ranked 18th. Jimmy Herget looks to be this team's closer heading into the 2023 season, as last year he was very productive in the 9th inning role. He had 9 saves to go along with a 2.48 ERA. Jaime Barra also provided the Angels with some good work out of the bullpen, as last year he had a 2.61 ERA. An underrated pickup the Angels made this offseason was picking up Carlos Estevez from the Colorado Rockies. Last year he had a 3.47 ERA, and now that he's out of Coors Field, I think he could be a very good 8th inning guy. And a couple other names that I think could have an impact this year in their bullpen are Andrew Wantz, Ryan Tepera, and Griffin Canning. So yes, this bullpen does have potential, but I think it is the Angels' weakness right now. Jimmy Herget was good last year. Like I said, he had 9 saves and a sub-2.5 ERA, but prior to that he had never had any closing experience, and I'm just a bit worried about this bullpen. Now as for my 2023 outlook on the Angels, it's tough to predict. Like years past, they have a pretty good roster surrounding Mike Trout, and they have potential on paper heading into this season. I'm really torn on this one. I have no clue how this Angels season is going to pan out. I could see them winning 90 games, but I could also see them winning 70. especially with what the Angels have shown us over the past 10 years. They just haven't done much outside of 2014 when they made the playoffs and were immediately eliminated. On top of that, like I said a couple videos back, the Rangers and Mariners are improving along with the Astros, who are clear World Series contenders. So this is by no means an easy division. There are going to be lots of tough games for the Angels, and it's not going to be easy to win. So with that being said, I'm going to project the Angels at 80 wins. I'm going to put them right between 70 and 90 wins because, like I said, I could see both happening, so I'm just going to throw them right in the middle. And to actually answer the question in the thumbnail, unfortunately, yes, I do think the Angels are going to waste another year of Trout and Ohtani. Let me know what you guys think of the Angels down below. Thank you guys so much for watching and continuing to support, and I'll see you next time.